This is Galnet News, keeping your galaxy in focus, 30th of June, 3302. 2 weeks ago, it was reported that Jaques Station, the legendary travelling starport, had survived its attempt to jump from Gliese 1269 to Beagle Point. Unfortunately, however, the starport's location could not be verified due to problems with its communication system. Fragmentary messages picked up by a number of outposts gave hints as to what had befallen the station, but the incomplete nature of the messages left recipients with no clear idea of just where it might be. But a recent report indicates that, despite all odds, the station has been found. An independent pilot by the name of Commander Cly happened upon the station while exploring the EL Prowl AA-A H89 nebula. The pilot has confirmed that Jaques is in the EL Prowl RS-T D3-94 system. Commander Cly also reported that the starport is still suffering from technical issues, presumably due to unknown artifact-related interference. Jaques, the owner and proprietor of the station, has broadcast a message to the media, having apparently restored communications at his starport. First, I'd like to thank all the pilots who came looking for me. As for what happened, well, I guess I was a little ambitious to try and jump all the way to Beagle Point. As soon as I entered Witchspace, it was clear something was up with the drive engines, and the navigation system, and the power distributor. Pretty soon I realised I had a choice: push on to Beagle Point and arrive as a cloud of shrapnel, or drop into the nearest safe system. I made the only choice I could, to push on. Then I came to my senses and decided to drop into EL Prowl RS-T D3-93. Jaques was asked if he would be making another attempt to reach Beagle Point. I don't think Jaques Station will be jumping again anytime soon. The old girl wasn't really built for long-distance travel, and the last leap put a lot of strain on the superstructure. I think I'm going to be in EL Prowl, whatever it's called, for the foreseeable future. Still, the view here is lovely, so it could be worse. In related news, various members of the galactic community have been collecting meta-alloys to repair Jaques Station and will soon depart for EL Prowl RS-T D3-94. Admiral Maxton Price of the Federal Navy has rejected claims that the Farragut battlecruisers stationed in Merope have made unprovoked attacks on independent pilots operating in the area. In a statement, Admiral Price argued that the allegations were baseless and that the Federation had not initiated any conflict. It is true that Federation vessels have exchanged fire with independent pilots, but these exchanges were not instigated by the Federation, and any claims to the contrary are false. Admiral Price was asked to respond to calls from Dr. Canonn of the Canonn Interstellar Research Group for a public inquiry into the Federal presence in Merope. He responded, "The presence of Federal ships in Merope is entirely legitimate. If our ships are fired upon, they will respond in kind, but I can assure you that the Federation does not have a military agenda in Merope." Following the recent statement from the Admiral, Dr. Canonn responded with a statement of his own. Admiral Price's authoritative assurance is most welcome. Cannoneers and other researchers can hereafter refer to his words as we learn more about the Barnacles and why the unknown artifacts point towards Merope. Dr. Canonn also confirmed that Barnacle sites had been located in the Witchhead Nebula, while Canonn vessels continue to search for Barnacles in other nebulae. Concluding his statement, Dr. Canonn commented on the elusive unknown probes believed to be related to unknown artifacts. "We are now examining an unknown probe secured by my esteemed colleague, Professor Monkey D. Luffy. Early research indicates that it orients itself towards Merope 5C, a site of barnacle proliferation. Obviously, Merope remains under intense scrutiny." Following 3 days of conflict, the independents of Doramo have confirmed that the Federation has resisted the Imperial offensive in the Doramo system. In the wake of the victory, Admiral York of the Federal Navy extended his gratitude to the many pilots who supported the Federation and added, "Hopefully this episode will remind our enemies that they cannot simply take whatever they want. It was not so long ago that the Empire was nothing more than a gaggle of clueless colonists on Ashenar 6D, while the Federation controlled over 1,000 systems. The Empire should also remember where it came from." Territorial disputes between the Federation and the Empire are not uncommon, but the strength of Admiral York's words, and in particular the use of enemies, will no doubt trigger considerable debate on the current state of the Federation-Empire relationship. And that's the Galnet news for today. Tune in next time to keep your galaxy in focus.